Hi friends, we're glad to have you back with us. Today we've got another project that is saving a piece of valuable equipment for us. We're gonna save this griddle. It's rusted out pretty good. It needs some help getting cleaned up and get it so that it's back to functional. We can use it on our adventures and cook some great meals. So let's see what we can do to get this ready to cook on. We're gonna take a little bit of a disc here. I can't remember these 3M discs, whatever they're called. You guys will know, I don't. That's okay though. We're just gonna try and clean all the rust off of it the best we can. Oh yeah, that's gonna work good. Kind of a dust bright kind of pad. Use this more for cleaning gaskets off of things than cleaning griddles, but it seems to be a really good tool for the job. I like this little griddle because it'll fit in the Jeep well, or in the back of the truck, and can just go with us. Those of you that have been watching know that I don't like to waste anything. I hate to see things just get thrown away because we're lazy, or it's easier just go buy another one. I happen to like old stuff. Wow, this isn't really all that old. Definitely been neglected, that's for sure. All right, let's put a little bit of vegetable oil on it. We'll wipe it down, see if we can't get the dust off, the rust dust. I guess rust dust is probably just still rust. Let's see what we can do to get it kind of cleaned up here. It's already looking better. And then we'll get it seasoned. Sure, there's somebody out there that's freaking out that I'm doing it this way. Griddle. Cook a bunch of the impurities out. We've had this for probably 8 or 9 years, and it's not been our go-to. We have a big griddle we cook on, big Blackstone. I don't cook on it nearly enough, but we do cook on it quite a bit. I got a son-in-law that's really good at cooking on it. But this, like I say, we'd like this for road tripping, for heading out. You can cook, I don't know, 6 or 8 hamburgers on it at a time. Steaks are pretty decent on it. Tortillas, quesadillas, you know, all that fun stuff. So cook up some carne asada. All right, let me get some propane and we'll get right back to this. All right, we got our burner lit. We'll set our griddle right up on here. Make sure it doesn't burn us. Get her hot, get it hot, excuse me. And we'll get a little oil going on it. We're gonna smear that oil on and just bake it onto it. Get everything covered really well because we're just gonna get this thing nice and hot, let it cool down. Now you could do this in the oven and would be far easier to do in the oven, but these griddles, it's nice to be able to see the transformation. And I'm going to wipe this down a few times because we're still getting a considerable amount of the rust off of it. We'll wipe it down while it's hot. Add a little oil, let it get hot. Add a little more oil. I just like to coat it just lightly, a few times, bake it in. Creates a really nice surface to cook on. Let that stay nice and high. Plenty hot. It's not real hot. I mean, it burned my hand, but it's not hot enough to cook it in yet. I think I'd like to wipe it down one more time and add a little more oil and then let it go from there. Oh, it's just shiny. See the reflection of the bottle in it. Starting to go black here in the middle. You can see it's getting hot. It's going to take a few heat cycles. Doing it in the oven, it definitely seems to work better. Get it nice and warm. You can see it's starting to go black here and here. Those burners run just like this. On the bottom of the griddle is welded some pieces of angle that are supposed to help distribute the heat off of those kind of in a cross pattern, and you can kind of see the X as it gets hot. You can see that, but see if we can't get the whole griddle hot enough. I can see it's starting to get black over here and up here, all the way over here a little bit, instead of that red rust color. Starting to burn a little. You see it's starting to smoke. That's good. We need it to smoke and smoke quite a bit. Oh yeah, I hope you can see that on camera. I don't know how well it's picking it up. I guess we'll see when we edit. But and you can see the welds all of a sudden come popping through where that angle is welded on to help distribute that heat. That was kind of cool. It just appeared. Starting to distribute that heat real well. See, it's almost turning a gold color right through here. Starting to cook that oil. I'm gonna help do the corners and the edges a little bit with a propane torch. Oh yeah, see how that's just nice and black and kind of a golden black. That's what we're looking for. We're gonna let that cool all the way down, and we'll probably do it one more time. Get it really, really nice and clean. See, the option is to go buy another one or clean this one. And to be very honest with you, it's definitely not about the money as much as it is about there's zero reason to go buy another one. A little bit of elbow grease goes a long ways. And some of you are saying, yeah, well, just take care of your stuff, dummy. Yeah, well, you're right. That's true. That is true. But I'll be the first one to admit that there are times when I just simply forget. Well, here's where we're at, folks. The stove or the griddle was really hot and the heat was going right up on the camera and it just shut it down. Like I was saying, it's easy to just throw things away instead of just take a little bit of a time, elbow grease. I mean, this is total time for me. It's probably going to be 45 minutes to get this where I want it. For you to watch this, it's probably less than 10 or 12. It's just important to take care of our stuff, and I agree. I should have just not let it get to this point, but it's out on my back deck with some other stuff that I really wasn't paying attention to and just got away. So it's very simple to do, easy to clean up. You don't even have to have the die grinder like I used. I've done it with steel wool. I've done it with just salt and paper towels. And you can clean up rust off of steel or griddles, Dutch ovens, that kind of stuff. Several different things. So it's fairly easy to do. We'll check in here in just a minute and see where we're at after it cools and see if we made any progress. It's starting to look good though. All right, it's cooled down quite a bit. So you can see it's golden and black. The wind's blowing some guck on it. The edges that didn't get quite as hot are still sticky to the touch. So we're gonna heat it back up. This is slick, like it doesn't stick to my hand or nothing. On these edges though, it definitely, when you can see, it's not quite as golden. Up against that edge, it's really sticky. But get it hot again. Yeah, didn't even wipe off. But we'll get it hot again. Hopefully we don't heat the camera up when we do so. We'll put some more oil on it and let it cook. Let that cook off one more time. As you can see, it's pretty simple to take care of a griddle. to get it to be back where you need it to be, as far as having a good slick surface to cook on, a protected surface from. I'll do better in the future, trying to make sure that I don't have to do this again and again and again. But we have a plan to keep it out of the weather, get a carry case for it so we can store it in a tote. Like I said, we're going to try and put it in the Jeep, not permanently, but in a to-go box so we can just grab it, have fuel, have the cooking utensils we need in a bag, ready to go, and then throw it in the Jeep and go have a good time, take enough food to enjoy the day or the weekend or whatever we decide to do. So thank you for watching today. If you enjoyed this, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Those that have subscribed, we thank you from the bottom of our heart. It means a whole bunch. When you're doing this, every subscriber means the world to you. So we appreciate you, and we hope you have a great day.